Welcome back to the LexxExpress show. Subscribe, like, and comment. Don't miss out on another stream or video. What is going on, YouTube? We got another review for the Evil series on Peacock. Now, this episode I'm going to be talking about is about my tribal chief, Roman Reigns. This is the longest episode in the series. It's the last episode of the series. I went from Hogan to Roman Reigns, and then I'm going to go back and watch the other ones, but I wanted to watch Roman Reigns because it's the one that I know less about in terms of what has gone on behind the scenes, what led to the tribal chief moment, and this explains it and then some. And I absolutely loved every minute of it. Not only have I always been a big Roman Reigns fan since he came to WWE, it made me appreciate his current run even more than I already did. If you guys have been tuning into the streams and the videos, you will know by now that I am a big Roman Reigns fan. I am a mark. I am a fanboy of Roman Reigns. To me, Roman Reigns resembles the closest thing to The Rock, to Stone Cold, to the old era of wrestling. Even better than John Cena, in my opinion. And the way he's done it has been so unique, and his characterization has been so special. It's undeniable that he is the guy in wrestling right now, not just WWE. For the most part, people would agree, and there's other people that don't like him and still feel like he's being shoved down your throat. It's okay. But if you haven't seen the Peacock original episode from the series called Evil, at least watch the Roman Reigns one. Not only will you end up appreciating more his work and what he's accomplished, but you'll probably walk away being a fan of him. How could you not cheer for him? It's so easy to cheer for him. He is an easy guy to cheer for, in my opinion. And the funny thing is that they weren't kidding. Roman Reigns has truly, he's had all the opportunities in the world, obviously. It didn't always work his way, but everything he's gone through led to this moment where he became the tribal chief. And seeing Rikishi come on here and praise him endlessly and talk about him like it was his own son and how proud he is of him, as well as having the Usos and Paul Heyman and everyone else involved with this documentary for Roman, it was just phenomenal to see and such an eye-opening experience as a fan, because we know a lot about the Hogan stuff, Ric Flair, and we've seen documentaries on Randy Orton and things like that, but never anything like this on Roman. So to see Roman under this new light and get a better understanding where it all came from, it was just so awesome to see as a fan. And I'm obviously doing nothing but praising, but I do think that this episode is one of the strongest that I've seen, because I've seen a snippet of the Miz one, which I want to finish watching that one. And to be fair, I saw the Hulk Hogan one, and that's about it. But I do think that this is the most important one to watch, especially considering that he is the guy right now. And my boy Brian, that saw most of them as well, said that this was the best one they produced. So it's been universally praised, not just by me or my friend, but I've seen online as well. People have been very positive towards this episode. And it's mainly because Roman himself is there talking about the whole process, and whoever thought that leukemia was a joke and that what he did was just an angle or a work, you'll see here how real it is and how it affected him mentally, to the point where it even broke him at times. It's such a nice, refreshing story to see in many ways, because you got this guy who was ultimately supposed to be the next John Cena and ended up becoming the next Roman Reigns, the only Roman Reigns. He's on a roll, and this showcases you know, the highs and lows of what it is to be the poster child, the main guy, and what happens when fans don't back you up, and how your family feels about it. I love that we got to see the real bloodlines talk about him. You know what I'm saying? And seeing everyone share their thoughts on him, and even had some guest appearances too from, you know, the guys that work at the Ringer, and this other dude that's really popular too that comes out in the pre-shows. I forgot his name right now, but point is, I highly recommend this episode, and if you saw this episode, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's no denying that this was a good episode, in my opinion. So I gotta give it a 10 out of 10. Super entertaining. We got to see, you know, his beginnings, and we also got to see where it all came from, which is most important. And I keep repeating it because it's such a key point in this specific documentary, and it felt so real and so authentic, and it just adds more value to the current run he's on, like I said, and also sets up that feud with The Rock. It really does set up that feud nicely. So this is the start of hopefully the seed that's been planted, you know, for us to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns at some point in time. It's something that everyone has been pretty much dreaming of since Roman Reigns became this new figure, this new head of the table, the tribal chief, you know. But in terms of saying anything negative here, I got nothing to say, guys. I'm sorry. If you guys have something to say, whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. Let me know in the comment section. I'm all ears. I want to see what you guys have to say about this episode in particular. And I'm just happy to be a Roman Reigns fan and to be witnessing history each and every time he graces us on the TV screen and the ring and all that. So, great storyteller, great episode for a great, fresh new character that he took something that we've seen before and gave it its own spin, and that's what's special. We saw the backstory for a guy that we've seen before in the past with, you know, The Rock and you know, Rikishi and the whole family tree that comes from that Samoan tribe that is so, you know, rich and full of history with so many legends. And Roman has been able to turn everything into something to call his own. So I thought that was very special to see and awesome to share. So I'll see you guys real soon on another Evil episode review. This was my thoughts. Take it with a grain of salt. I just came on here to praise Roman Reigns and no one else. Peace.